Hey, Benjamin, I haven't read Book Revelations. Um, this is like the madness here. Um, she wants to have a discussion about the end times, okay? Um, what do I think about this thing with putting a chip or whatnot in someone's hand? Uh, well, it's my understanding. Are you talking about the mark of the beast? It's my understanding that that's money and that prophecy was already fulfilled. So then I get, so you don't believe in the end times and that everything's going to blow up. And I say, oh, and she asked about the healthcare. And I go, well, I think that they just keep talking about the healthcare for years at a time so that people will stop and sit and people will realize there's no government. And then the bit about the I don't believe in the end times. Um, the end of the world government systems. Um, and then she tells me that it's in the book of Revelations that they inject something into your hand. And so, response, no one can buy or sell. Like, you can't exchange goods without the mark. That's why it means money. So, that's where we're at. Like, we're continually making up what a book means. The meaning of it has to be revealed. Um, it's kind of like, oh, and I did say when she started the argument, I go, you just asked me what I think about something, so I told you what I think. And that pretty much cut that off at the pass, but it's like, everything is not going to blow up. I mean, we almost had full-scale thermonuclear war because of people like this. That is not what the book says. Okay, if you have a specific question about the book, fine. And all that can be conveyed to you is what you asked. Um, like, do you want it to end? Then it ends. I mean, it's really that simple. It is not something where all of these bad things have to happen, and you have all these people that are mentally deranged that are trying to do a self-fulfilling prophecy where all these bad things happen. It's basically you just decide and realize that your government doesn't work and that you don't want to live like that. Um, it, what is the purpose of you know being given specific prophecy? But like I said, she when asked about that, she's saying that that wasn't conveyed to her by me. So it's like the mind just doesn't want to. Yes, because she said when I said when it was said about no one can exchange goods unless they have money. And then she goes, well, that's why I have coins. Like, it's a constant struggle within them that it's them. It's about them. And it's not something where other people blow up the planet. Like, this is where we have to live. You can't blow up the planet. Then we would have no life. So, oh yeah, I was going to read this thing about Russia. So let me take a glance at it really quick. Okay, you did some of that already. I think at least twice. um, with the embassies and things. Like, what's this new thing that she's saying about Putin owns so much property here? Like, is that an idea that you're gonna just blame it on Russia and start seizing these properties? Um, I don't know. I mean, are you speaking to some of these people like that, where it's, I don't know, it may come to that for their own personal safety, because say you have someone like that that's living alone, or, I mean, like in this situation where I'm pretty much paralyzed here, I can't, I know, I'm sure people are probably thinking, well, why don't you help this woman and clean out the house? Like, okay, you should live in this room for a year or two and then come back and talk to me about that, because it's not going to happen. And even if it did happen at that point, it's because you're not, quote unquote, her daughter, okay? She will not allow it. And you've got people getting kicked out of houses and stuff because of this. So, it, like something like that, it would have to be other people telling her that, like you see on hoarders where they go in, or like the county says, we're going to take the house if you don't clean it out. That's why things like that happen, because people are completely irrational, and you have people that are mentally incompetent and they will not give up these properties. So, some kind of discussion about that. I mean, in a sense, my point of view is, if the people living here want to live like that, then that's sort of their choice. But I don't think that I should be stuck here. I think that I should be given housing. And, get this idea out of your minds that I'm somehow supposed to be here. I mean, it's been 6.5 years. Clearly, that's not going to work in order to clean up this house. That's not going to work. Because, number one, the other people around her are not supporting that. There's been incidences where at least two of her children actually defend her and question why anyone would be saying to get rid of anything. So, that's not going to work here, and I think really an acceptance of that, and providing me some other place to live. I mean, I don't even care if it's a shelter, as long as I'm not being raped and attacked and stuff in a shelter, or like a hotel room like all these other people get. I don't understand this mentality where people are stuck in some kind of a previous or something, and I'm supposed to be held up in this room and all my communication shut off. It's like you're redoing what you did overseas, like you didn't learn that lesson to stop doing that. Um, you know that it's not going to be an effective way to convey things to you and to provide counsel to others. And if you're sort of like happy about that, you're only harming yourselves, okay?